Welcome to the F Word and Friends, where we talk about finance in interesting manners. And today it is very interesting because we have wine in front of us, and I'll always have a way to get wine into these investment discussions. Gentlemen, we have 4 wines in front of us. I'm not going to test your wine knowledge. I'm just going to test which one you prefer. Okay, so we have 4 wines in front of us. So first of all, we've got a cheaper wine. This is a Cabernet Merlot from Willys. It is our cheaper wine.
Its name is just Cabernet Merlot.
We are not sponsored by them.
This is a Uncork. It's your well-known brand. Everybody knows Uncork. So this is your well-known wine, the well-known label. Then we've got the awarded label, the one with all the stickers. So this is Cedarback Shiraz. It's got the Decanter Awards. It's got the Syrah de Monde and the Shiraz SA Challenge. So this is the one with all the stickers, the most awarded wine. And then we've got our offshore wine. This is a wine from Patagonia, Chile. Actually, we were fortunate enough to be there last year. This is all the way from Chile. Chile is actually the 4th largest producer of wine in the world, making great wines. We've got our offshore wine, we've got our well-known label, we've got our awarded wine, and we've got our cheaper wine. So now you're going to test all 4. You must just say with each one which you prefer. So rank them from 1 to 4.
So not one you don't think is the best.
Not one you think is the best. You taste them. You tell me which. Obviously, it's a blind tasting for those of you at home where they're going to do a blind tasting, and they're going to tell me which one do they prefer. Gentlemen, enjoy. Okay, so gents, what did you think? Well, then you've tasted all 4 wines. We're going to see who chose which wine as their favorite. So let's start with number 1. Who chose number 1 as their favorite? Then I'm going to tell you which wine it is.
Second.
It's 1 for me.
This is your first.
Yeah, first is 1.
So the first one is our offshore wine.
Oh,
It's our
nice.
offshore fund. In this instance, it's an offshore fund. This is the wine from Chile, from Patagonia. Right,
Nice.
That's number 1. Number 2's favorite was number 2.
Last. No ways.
Last. It was our well-known brand. The much awarded Uncork.
Well, what year is that? Oh, it was a horrible year for them. It was a horrible year.
Keep that point, a horrible year.
It was a horrible year for them.
Keep that point. This is
an
our
investment lesson coming.
well-known brand, the Uncork Cadet. Who liked number 3 the most?
Boom.
Second for me.
Asseblief meneer, don't be the Willies.
Or second for me. Yeah, this is going to be Willys.
This is interesting. It is our Willys.
I knew that's going to happen
It
with
is
me.
our cheaper wine. Still, South Africa doesn't have bad wine. I must say this is still a good wine, Willys. But it was France's
Well,
favorite.
that basically, and the
And
odd
it's got
wins
a
from Checkers, that's my game, it seems.
And then the much awarded Cedarberg,
Yeah, I've got a nose for this.
number 1.
Yeah, number 1. Yeah.
Is it? Number 3 for me.
Yeah, so I had 3, 1,
This was your
2,
4.
4.
This was your last one.
Yeah, least favorite.
Okay, so this is very
Wine
interesting,
connoisseur.
and this is kind of how a lot of people select investments. They first, and just by the way, the price is ranging from I think 60 rand to almost 600 rand, and a little bit in between.
Now I want more of this.
Exactly. Now you think that wine, if you taste it again, it will taste completely different if you know the price. And that's such a big investment. So offshore can be the flavor of the month, and everybody think I should go offshore. But maybe it's not for you, PJ. Maybe offshore, you don't need offshore exposure, because if you need money in 3 months or 1 month time, you don't need offshore exposure. So once again, it's very personal. What is your goals? Whether you need offshore or not. Look at your personal portfolio. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't like, in this instance, offshore. Maybe it's not for you. The other thing we do is we look at the advertisements, the well-known brands. We look at the guys on TV, the brands we know, and that must be a good investment because I've seen them at the airport in Cape Town. So there must be a good investment because they've been around for years. They've won some awards. Maybe a good wine, but maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not the wine that you need, the investment you need. Similar, we might think it's a cheap fund, let's call it a passive fund, but maybe passive works for a lot of people, Franco, and in this instance,
Cheap taste or no taste.
Oh, he's just not, doesn't know wine. It's also a screw cap, just interesting. A lot of people, once again, perception. If I give you this wine, you will say, no, it's not a good wine because it's a perception. But screw cap actually keeps fresher for longer, in our research show. But we have this mindset that if it's corked, it's a better wine. Yeah, so once again,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, do you know who actually provides the wine to Woolworths?
yeah, this is Koopmans Kleur Wingerde.
Boutique, boom.
Yeah, boutique. Yeah, you know. And then last one, what a lot of investors always do, like who won the Raging Bull last year? That must be a good investment. And they buy him maybe at the peak. So that's also what we do. We look at the most awarded funds, won a Raging Bull once or twice. Now we think it's a good fund. It might be a good fund. Maybe it's just not for you. Maybe it's not to your liking. And I think this is so important when it comes to you personally in your investment portfolio. Don't listen to what you like because it might not be best suited for you.
It definitely influenced. On the tasting, we listened and we started on a bandwagon of.
Yeah, if someone
this
says,
is a
"Look,
cheap,
this
this
is-
is a cheap one, and everyone's
a
like,
cheap one."
okay, I can't say it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's 100%. People don't want to be wrong alone. So they'd rather follow the crowd because maybe I look stupid. So I'd rather also invest in this share or in this fund because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be left out. And so I'd rather also just put my money in there. And we definitely see this. This is another way of looking at it, but we see it every day of clients experimenting. My neighbor said that, my friend said this, and we think we should also have it.
Exactly like you mentioned with Uncork in year 2021. 2021 might not have been to your taste, but 2022 might have been to your taste. So the year might have been better for you rather than the
100%. So
year
it
before.
might have been a bad year, or if it's an older wine, it might have been better because you gave it time.
Absolutely.
Once in investments, the more time we give it, the better it actually will get. So that's also important to look at the age. Some of them are older, some of them are younger. That definitely will influence the taste as well. Similar with investments. There's actually a lot we can learn from wine investments. Let's do this.
Yeah. So now we can drink Popsuck and say it's Bitcoin. It's nice for a while, but also as we get down now.
Oh no.
Summarize this. Know your goals. Know what you like and where are you going. And then the wine, the investment, can fall into that and can get you to that goal. Gents, now we can finish. Cheers.
Cheers.